Yeah. What it do? Yes, brother man from the motherland coming to you guys live from the NY back with another one of that ROD pod. For those that don't know who I am him. You heard? June's the honorable, not a bond to or ritual, but an El Capulan kidnapped that's ready for the get back. And welcome back to another episode of that ROD pod. And if you don't know, now you know. Round of applause for that. You guys know that I be doing my lives early in the AM, but I was compelled to doing a live today. Just having a basic conversation. We're not gonna take too long. You know what I'm saying? It's 10:43. We want to give this a like 15, 20 minutes, have a discussion and conversation about the following thing. And hopefully you guys can give an input. Before I even start that, let me Let me put the share screen. Give me a minute, guys. There we go. I need to see what's going on at all times. So you guys that leave comments, you know what I'm saying? Put that on the side right there. Q. I appreciate it. But yeah, like I said, I just want to have a brief conversation and talk about this term called friends. And the reason why I'm saying that is I'm seeing a lot of, friendships being destroyed over the internet. A lot of G codes is being broken, and not only is it being broken, but now people is coming on social media spilling the beans. I'm just seeing this all over the place. And my man said something to me the other day. He was like, when I die, just don't spend your money on a funeral, 15, $20,000 on my burial. Just allow them to take me somewhere, and if they need to do experiments on me, let them do that. And I asked him why would he say that? And he said to me that when you are alive and you ask friends and families for favors, like, oh my gosh, I need $5,000, it's always an excuse. So he was like, why, if you can't give it to me while I'm alive, why spend it on me when I'm dead? That just don't make no sense. And when he said that, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? You do have a point, but at the same time, why would you want your body to be in the hands of whoever to do whatever, right? But I get where he's coming from. But then you start seeing things like, individuals that grew up with each other and then now they tattletelling, they made money with each other, they telling on each other. You seeing these rappers and not to get off topic, but in all reality, I'm starting to realize that these rappers are nothing but bitch made niggas. And what I mean by that is, I never thought dudes that made music talking all this gangster talk, being solid, never ratted, never did this, will come on social media and expose their friends like that's not ratting, like that's not telling, and not even that, but it's like, where's the honor? You know what I'm saying? Like, you my mans. Where I come from, if I love you or I hug you, I could never slug you. You know what I'm saying? I can never slug you in front of you. I can never slug you behind your back. It's just rules and regulations that we grew up with that is no longer being followed. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody is just looking for an opportunity to get ahead, whether 15 minutes of fame, 10 minutes of fame, 20 minutes, or even 10 years. Everybody is literally looking to take advantage of each other. And it makes you question, yo, do we even have friends in 2026? Like, what is a friendship? What is a relationship? What is anything nowadays? Everything is just based on how I feel. It's never for the morality, the morals, the principles, the G code. I feel like all of that is out the window. I feel like we're living in a society where, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? You say something to me, I'm coming for your neck, or and I'm coming, and it's like, yo, where did we even get this persona from, bro? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing as people, bro? And we're complaining and we're exposing people's faults, people's mistakes, things that a lot of people shouldn't know. Like, I shouldn't know what your sexual preference is. I shouldn't know what you do behind closed doors. I felt like I still need to know that. You know what I'm saying? Because if if you open the door for that, that means everybody must open their doors. Everybody must empty out their closet. And there's some people that's ashamed to spill the beans of what happened in their closet. But if we're living in a society where there's no honor, or you tell somebody something in secretly in confidence, knowing that this person is a friend, or supposedly, right? Knowing that this person says that they love you and they would never do anything to break your heart. But when you get into an argument, or let's just say you break up, or let's just say we're just not cool anymore, you take it upon yourself to expose things about individuals and say things in the notion like, oh yeah, that's why you this, and that's why you that, and that's why, et cetera, et cetera. And then it's like, wow, you can just openly just say these things. Like, 5 minutes ago, you wasn't saying you love me. You know what I'm saying? 10 years ago, we wasn't on tour, jam packing stadiums, making numerous amount of money, putting each other in a position where we're making money for the rest of our lives. But the minute things hit the fan, the minute somebody gets a position of power, it's like the G code is thrown out the window. And it's scary, guys. It's very, very scary. And it makes me look around. It's like, damn, should I open up to this nigga? Should I open up to this female? Or should I just keep everything to myself? Keep that burden on myself until I crash out, until I get depressed, until something horrific happens. And when people ask you, damn, why we never knew, it's like, how could you know that? How could you know anything? Because if I say something and you get mad at me, my story and my experiences and what happened in life is on the internet. It's on the podcast. It's somewhere. And it's like, bro, what? You know what I'm saying? And for me, I think it's time for us to really start going back into the ways of old. You know what I'm saying? Keeping your shit at home. Whatever goes on in your household, leave it in the household. Whatever goes on in your bedroom, leave it in the bedroom. I feel like the only thing should be ever mentioned is somebody playing both sides of the field. Right? Like, if you are doing, homosexual activities, I feel like you should let the world know, especially when you're making music targeting females, or females gaining your interest, and you're also engaged, but at the same time you're living a secret life. I feel like those things needs to be told. But outside of that, what people like to do, if a man like something shove up his ass by his female, then that's for y'all. Like, I don't want to hear none of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear, you have 15 orgies. Like, niggas ain't trying to hear that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we at some point in time in our lives, we gotta start carrying ourselves with some little bit of dignity. Like, just a little bit. You understand? Because this is just absurd. I don't need to hear nothing that you rappers have to say. I don't want to know what you did behind closed doors. I don't want to know that. I don't. It's not beneficial to me. It's gonna go in one ear and out the other. You're gonna make me look at you a different way. And you know how the hood go. Once we look at you a different way, there's no coming back from that. So why talk about certain things that happen in life. And on top of that, I don't even look at the person that you're speaking of. I'm looking at you like, yo, you really a snake. You really not as real as you say that you are. You really not as solid as you say that you are. Because real individuals do not spill the beans on certain individuals. Like I got things about my man I could stay for days. You know what I'm saying? And whether we cool or not, certain things is just meant to stay with you, right? You know when somebody tell you something in confidence, you know when somebody tell you something in a state of grief, you don't use that same information to attack the person or make the person feel low. Like we be going for the jugulars, and it's crazy. Like, yo, we really, this is what we do. So you can't say you love somebody and this is I see myself, you my mans, you my homie, you my shorty, you my nigga for life, you my shorty for life. And you get into a disagreement, y'all get into an argument and you fighting, and it's yeah, this is why this happened to you. This is why that is happening to you. And for me, I had that thing done to me before, but it's like, wow, you really would do that, bro? You really would say that? I really thought you was my man. I really thought you was my shorty. I really thought we had something. Obviously, it wasn't nothing because where we come from, it says action speaks louder than words. So if your actions is showing that, then your words of you loving me really didn't mean absolutely nothing. Your words saying you my mans and you my homie, you my ride or die, etc., really don't mean nothing. You feel me? And for me, where I come from, like I said, I've been outside since 1998, bro. And I really want to say 95 because my pops died in 93. So like 95, you know what I'm saying? 95, 96, we was outside, bro. You feel me? And I'm talking about like outside, seeing America, especially New York, for what it really was. You know what I'm saying? And the things that we learned or we had to know before we got off the porch, it was very important. You had to know the G code. You had to know not to, snitch and tattletale. That's what these niggas is doing now. They coming on social media and tattletelling, and they thinking that it's not snitching because they're not speaking to the FBI in person, or these niggas, the police, the NYPD Blue and all that in person. They feel like they're not telling, but in reality you are. If you're standing on a podium on social media or putting it up on Facebook where millions and billions of people can actually see that post, read that comment, watch that video, what you think you're doing? You telling. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm so disappointed in what I'm seeing in New York. I'm watching, I'm watching, rap groups that I grew up with literally out here moving like bitches. No disrespect. I'm seeing Dame Dash going, Dame Dash and Cameron and Jim Jones and 50 Cent and Lloyd Banks and all. It's like, yo, these are people that I literally grew up idolizing, not to the point where, I wanted to be like them, but the persona, the G code, what they stood on is something that I could relate to. It was deeper than being a gangster. But now I'm realizing that every single person, MC, rapper, or bitch made niggas. Literally females with money. This is just what it is. And these are the niggas that's supposed to be representing us and our music, bro. Sad. Sad. And I feel like we need to make a change. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like we need to make a change. I feel like we need to go back into the ways of old. I feel like we need to carry some level of dignity, honor, and respect, because you can't disrespect a man and you're sleeping with him. Y'all sleep in the same bed. Y'all exchanging body fluids, and when things hit the fan, you're literally disrespecting him, whether you talking to your friend, Facebook, your mother, your uncle, your auntie. You're disrespecting that man, and it goes vice versa. Niggas be like, yeah, man, that's why shorty's this, that's why you're that, and it's like, yo, bro, what? Come on, fam. We gotta do better. We not here for that. You know what I'm saying? And especially as we get older, especially as we raising children, especially as we setting the standards, we have to set the standards. These rapper niggas failed us. We have to turn these niggas off. Let's proceed and go on to the next human being. Let's go back to the mom and dad shops. Let's go back to the regular individuals in the streets. You know what I'm saying? And not just anybody in the streets, but those that sticking to the G code. Follow my path. Word. That's how you feel. Nah, bro. I don't want to hear nothing about your shorty, man. I don't want to hear about what she did and who she about, because obviously you knew that and you dealt with her. You gotta eat that, bro. Nobody want to hear that. What you think? I'm supposed to hear about this and what, look at her a different way? Why would you want somebody to look at your woman a different way? Why would you want your mother to look at your woman, look at your man, look at whoever a different way? Why would you want that? That's absurd. This is somebody that's been in your space, been in your house, been around your children, and now we are on the internet bashing these people because of whatever difference that was going on. And I had the conversation with my mans. I said, "Yo, look, check this out, man. We getting older, bro. We about to we getting ready to enter the middle age group. You know what I'm saying? Middle age, true word. My phone just went off. We about to enter the middle age, man. We ain't got no time to be mad at each other, bitching and moaning. Like, yo, bro, we survived the hood, my nigga. You feel me? Like we survived the hood. Like I said, we've been outside since 1998. We survived the hood, bro. Lost a lot of homies. But the ones that's still standing, we shouldn't be out here bitching and complaining. If you ain't violate my moms, if you ain't violate my children, you ain't violate my woman, you ain't violate anything that means something dead to me, no matter what differences we have, it's just difference. And we are allowed to have difference. I'm not gonna agree with everything that my man say. I'm not gonna agree with everything that my shorty said. I'm not gonna agree with anything that my mother says. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to respect who they are. I'm going to respect their DNA. I'm going to honor these people because these and these people are not just honorable, but they are the ones that's in your space. And if you see them unhonorable, then that says a lot about your character. Because what they say, you are who you hang with. So if you are saying all of this about this person being all of that, then what are you? You get what I'm saying? What are you? You can't say you the realest nigga, but then you exposing your man to be fake, and you knew all of this, and you stood around that, so then that makes you fake too. I mean, I'm just saying it makes you fake too, and we really gotta start fixing that, guys. It's 2026, man. Like, come on, bro. We gotta evolve as people. We gotta evolve as men. We gotta evolve as women. We gotta go back to the ways of old. We gotta break out of this hypnosis that we're in. We gotta break out of this self-entitlement. We gotta break out of this lack of accountability. We gotta break out of not being honest. We gotta break out of it. And like I said, I was compelled to do this video because all through social media right now, it's everybody spilling the beans. I'm talking, we got family members. I just seen something with Cat Williams' brother went on a show to talk about his brother Cat Williams. And when you say, what's the problem? The conversation is, yeah, man, he's not taking care of me. Like, yo, bro, you's a grown man. What you mean he's not taking care of you? You get what I'm saying? I'm seeing this female boxer and her blood cousin is coming out saying she's mentally retarded and she used to be getting social security, disability, et cetera, et cetera. And it's like, yo, bro, what are we doing? What? Everybody's spilling beans. Like, yeah, yeah, he was this, he was that. I'm like, yo, And you doing all of this because of what? Y'all fell out. So when you was on good terms, you knew all about this and everything was cool, calm, and collective. You swept it under the rug. But the minute y'all not seeing eye to eye, you ready to expose, you ready to tell a story, you ready to write a book, you ready to let the whole world know what's going on. And that right there, guys, I can't respect that. I can't. I can't. I can't. And I know you guys can't neither. And if you guys are in that space, you gotta cut it out. You gotta remove that, bro. It's needed. We're raising children. Children are literally watching. Yo, I be getting myself ready in the AM, putting my beard stuff on my beard, and my son is locked in, glued to what I'm doing. Glued to what I'm doing. So it's like, you know, you gotta be mindful on what you say. You gotta be mindful on how you move. You know what I'm saying? You don't wanna disrespect anybody in front of your children. You know what I'm saying? You always wanna be cordial. You always wanna be humble. You always wanna be, you know what I'm saying, as stand up as you can be, bro, because we're literally the generation that's going to have to pass the baton to this next generation. The 80s babies are getting old, bro. We're getting older. You know what I'm saying? We're leaving the 30s behind. We're hitting the 40s, bro. And before you know, we in the 50s. And before you know that, we in the 60s. And it's like, yo, what are we leaving for the youth then? What examples are we leaving? These rapper niggas done failed us. I'm super disappointed in what I'm seeing out of this hip hop community. I'm super disappointed what I'm seeing in the melanated community. I'm disappointed because this is not who we are, bro. We bigger than that. We smarter than that. We wiser than that. We should not desire to make content of people's demise. That's European mentality, capitalizing on people's misfortune. You feel what I'm saying? So again, like I said, I ain't want to spend too much time on this. I just wanted to just have a brief conversation. Hope you guys understand this. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Join the movement. Join the membership. We're going to start the membership maybe February. Stay tuned for the brand new podcast. Me and my mans, we about to start something, launch something. I'm getting everything situated. These things is a process, but we're doing it. Um, Got to get the legal things together as well. But yeah, man, we gonna do things right this year, man. You know what I'm saying? And I really want you guys to be a part of it. I really want you guys to subscribe. I really want you guys to join the membership. If you guys need life coaching, if you guys need counseling, you guys need any level of support, let me know. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to also be putting content of this life coaching. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put up these classes so you guys can get an idea of what we teach, and we're tackling everything. You know what I'm saying? We bringing psychology. My son is going to be there for psychology. The Wiz is going to be there for behavioral therapy. Me, the entrepreneur negro. You know what I'm saying? Straight life coaching, making wise decisions, telling you how to invest not just your money but your eternal time. You feel me? Things that you can't get back, and we're gonna do things accordingly. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna try to fix what's going on in the melanated community. Again, the number two things that we stand on the life coach is accountability and honesty. We're not doing nothing until those things are addressed. You must hold yourself accountable for everything, from the decisions, from the likes, the do's, the don'ts. Accountability. You hurt somebody, you got to be accountable for that. You robbed somebody, you got to be accountable for that. You did something that you know you wasn't supposed to do, you have to be held accountable. Okay? And of course, last but not least, is just being honest. Being honest with ourselves, being honest with what the creators gave us. You know what I'm saying? Putting away all of this foolish makeup and all these things that these people created because they had a deficiency. We don't have deficiencies. We're beautiful. We're pure. We just got to take care of ourselves. We got to break free from their diet. You get what I'm saying? We got to eat. And that's another thing we're going to be doing. We're going to do every month, we're going to have a 3-day fast where we're fasting for 3 days. Probably is going to be Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Because Sunday, a lot of us be eating that Sunday soul food, the dinner and shit like that. So we're gonna do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays straight fast. Monday is gonna be liquid fast. Tuesday is gonna be a liquid fast, and and Wednesday is gonna be a pure fast, dry fast, no food, no vegetables, no nothing. Pure dry fast. So, we're giving you 2 days to get your body acclimated, but we're not going to eat nothing, just straight liquid. You know what I'm saying? So we can flush our body out, get as much sugar out of our insides, right? So, our dopamine is going to be, hey, I'm telling you guys this right now. The dopamine will be under attack. A lot of you guys will be going through withdrawal. Some of you guys won't be able to handle it, but it's always like that in the beginning. You understand? It's like that in the beginning. And that's just the parasites that's in your body trying to get you to eat. You're going to be very angry. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, I know when I first fast, I was very angry, pissed off. I didn't want to do it no more. But after I got to the third day, I was cool. You know what I'm saying? I felt my body resetting, you know? So these are the things that we doing on the Life Coach on the Go. Just stay tuned. In the meantime, support, like, comment, share, follow me on all the social media platforms. You can see my information at the bottom of the screen. Subscribe, join the movement. I don't see you guys with any questions. That is good. That means I get to go to bed a little early. But yeah, we're going to do that. And I want you guys to be a part of it, every single one of you. Okay? From the hundreds to the thousands. I want to make this a worldwide thing, starting in America, and we're going to branch off everywhere. So, 3-day fast, life coaching, okay? Getting your mind back on, should I say, getting your mind back in control, taking back your soul. That sounds much better. Okay? Accountability and honesty. 3-day fast. If that's what you ready for and you man enough for that challenge, send me a DM. It's your brother, man. You understand? And I'm gonna holler at y'all.